Welcome, Shadow Seekers, to American Shadows, Crimes and Chronicles. Today, we're unearthing a tale that'll haunt your thoughts long after it ends. Whether you're glued to the screen or just listening in, you're in for a wild ride through history's darkest corners. If you're new, hit subscribe to join our mission of exposing America's hidden truths. Regulars, your likes fuel our journey into the unknown. Now, let's peel back the layers of time and reveal the secrets beneath. Ready? Let's begin. 23 lives lost, the day El Paso became ground zero for domestic terror. Hello friends, you're watching American Shadows, and today we're delving into a tragic event that shook the nation just a few years ago. Our focus turns to August 3rd, 2019, a day that would forever change the city of El Paso, Texas, and reignite debates about hatred, gun violence, and the dark corners of the internet in America. What drives a young man to target innocent shoppers on a summer Saturday morning? How can a place as mundane as a Walmart become the scene of unimaginable horror? And why did this attack send shockwaves not just through the United States, but across the border into Mexico as well? Before we dive into this heart-wrenching tale of hatred, heroism, and a community's resilience, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to all of you who support our work. Your likes, comments, and shares help us bring these important stories to light, ensuring that we never forget the lessons of our shared history. Your engagement fuels our commitment to uncovering the shadows of our past and present. Thank you, truly, for being part of this journey. Now, let's turn our attention to that fateful day in El Paso. It was a sunny Saturday morning in El Paso, Texas. Families were out doing their back-to-school shopping at the Cielo Vista Walmart, one of the busiest Walmart stores in the nation. The store was bustling with customers, many of them from nearby Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, taking advantage of the tax-free weekend. At 10:39 a.m., a young man named Patrick Wood Crucius arrived at the Walmart parking lot. The 21-year-old from Allen, Texas, a suburb of Dallas, had driven over 650 miles to reach El Paso. But this was no ordinary road trip. Crucius had come with a sinister purpose, fueled by a toxic brew of white nationalism and anti-immigrant hatred. As Crucius entered the store, he was armed with a WSR-10 semi-automatic rifle, similar to an AK-47, and wearing eye and ear protection. What happened next would unfold in just 6 terrifying minutes, but its impact would be felt for years to come. Crucius opened fire in the parking lot before moving into the store, methodically gunning down shoppers as they fled in terror. The sound of gunshots and screams filled the air as people desperately sought cover or escape. In those chaotic moments, ordinary people became extraordinary heroes. Store manager Robert Evans rushed through the store, guiding customers to emergency exits and places of safety. Gilbert Cerna, a Walmart employee, ushered a group of customers and co-workers into shipping containers behind the store, potentially saving dozens of lives. Army PFC Glendon Oakley, who was shopping nearby, helped usher children to safety. As quickly as it began, the shooting was over. Crucius, perhaps realizing the magnitude of his actions, drove away from the scene and surrendered to a police officer at an intersection near the Walmart. When arrested, he reportedly said, "I'm the shooter," leaving no doubt about his role in the massacre. The aftermath was devastating. 23 people lost their lives that day, with nearly 24 more injured. The victims ranged in age from 15 to 90, including citizens from both the United States and Mexico. This wasn't just an attack on El Paso, it was an attack on the unique binational culture of the border region. But why? What could drive someone to commit such a heinous act? The answer, as is often the case in our digital age, was found online. Approximately 19 minutes before the first 911 call, a manifesto appeared on the website 8chan, an online message board known for its extreme, unmoderated content. The 4-page document, titled "The Inconvenient Truth," espoused white nationalist and anti-immigrant ideologies, specifically expressing fears about a Hispanic invasion of Texas. The manifesto drew clear inspiration from the Christchurch mosque shootings in New Zealand earlier that year, where the perpetrator had also posted a manifesto online before carrying out his attack. This digital trail of hatred highlighted the growing concern about online radicalization and the spread of extremist ideologies through the internet. The El Paso shooting sent shockwaves through the nation and beyond. It was labeled as the deadliest attack on Latinos in modern American history. The FBI quickly classified it as an act of domestic terrorism, bringing the threat of homegrown extremism into sharp focus. In the days and weeks that followed, El Paso showed the world its strength and unity. Thousands attended vigils and memorial services, standing in solidarity against hatred and violence. The makeshift memorial outside the Walmart grew daily, a poignant reminder of lives lost and a community's resolve to heal. Local businesses and organizations played a crucial role in the healing process, offering support to victims' families and survivors. The city's response became a model for other communities facing similar tragedies, demonstrating how unity and compassion can help overcome even the darkest of times. The impact of the shooting extended far beyond El Paso. It reignited fierce debates about gun control, with many calling for stricter laws to prevent such tragedies. Advocates pushed for universal background checks and restrictions on assault weapons. The role of inflammatory political rhetoric in fueling extremism came under scrutiny. Major retailers, including Walmart, revised their policies on gun and ammunition sales. The FBI and other law enforcement agencies intensified their efforts to monitor and counteract domestic terrorist threats, recognizing the growing danger of homegrown extremism. Lawmakers and activists pushed for more comprehensive hate crime laws and better enforcement mechanisms to address crimes motivated by racial, ethnic, or religious hatred. The Hispanic community, feeling particularly targeted and vulnerable, rallied together in the face of this tragedy. The shooting sparked national conversations about racism, xenophobia, and the need for greater inclusivity and understanding in American society. President Donald Trump's visit to El Paso in the wake of the shooting was met with mixed reactions. While some appreciated the gesture, others criticized the visit, citing the president's previous inflammatory comments about immigrants as contributing to the climate of hate that led to the attack. For the survivors and families of the victims, the road to recovery has been long and challenging. Many faced extensive physical rehabilitation and grappled with the emotional trauma of that day. The community's ongoing support has been crucial in helping them navigate these challenges. As for Crusius, he was indicted on capital murder charges by the state of Texas and faces separate federal charges for hate crimes and domestic terrorism. The legal proceedings continue to this day, with the possibility of the death penalty looming over the case. The El Paso Walmart shooting stands as a stark reminder of the ongoing challenges America faces with gun violence, racial hatred, and domestic terrorism. It forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the darker currents running through our society and the role of technology in spreading extremist ideologies. But it also shows us the resilience of communities in the face of unimaginable tragedy, the courage of ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances, and the enduring spirit of a city that refused to be defined by one man's hateful actions. This is American Shadows, where we shine a light on the darker chapters of our nation's story. As we remember the victims of El Paso, we're reminded that the struggle against hatred and violence is ongoing. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay compassionate, and remember that in the face of darkness, it's our shared humanity that lights the way forward.